What's up, guys? Reginald Marketrell Lee, aka Archangel Ramiel. 144,000. Let's lift our vibrations. Little muffled, sorry. Let's lift our vibrations. Alright, so we all know that I don't like to be looked at. I like to be heard and felt. You hear me? I don't know, maybe I was gonna do a video on a certain topic, but how about we just wing it? Today is my orange day. As you see, I got my orange shamag, the holy garment. We all know that orange is correlated with the sacral. That's the soul. So let's get into it. A soul search with me. I'm not in my normal sanctuary. Usually I'll be out in the woods with the creek, but we just gonna have to settle for this right now. Man, I hope you guys are taking care of your energies with this Neptune in retrograde, Moon in Cancer. Yeah, I'm experiencing deep transformation and have been since the Mercury retrograde. And let me tell you, I feel a lot better. I look a lot better. I am a lot better. You know, life is tremendous. You have no idea. I really just want to talk, and I want to talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. Let's go there. Before I decided to derail society, life felt like a trap that I couldn't get out of. I felt backed into a corner. I felt discouraged, beaten. I felt lack and on all levels. And it wasn't until I decided to step out of my comfort zone when things started to change for the better. And it got scary at the beginning, but I stuck with it. No matter what was said, no matter how I was looked at. I continued to do what my internal was telling me to do. I turned off all audio of my surrounding and truly started to look within. I took my time I used my time wisely. And I took the time out for myself. Okay? To make the best situation for me. You know, a lot of us think that one day this rapture is gonna have this God is gonna come out of the sky and just, you know, take all your problems, and you know, you just, and everything will be, you know, happy-go-lucky for the rest of your life. It don't work like that. It starts with you first. It starts with you first. Okay? You have to be the one to say, okay, I'm ready for change. I know there is something out there that's a lot better than what I'm receiving right now. I'm ready to tap into that. You have to make that decision. And then you have to do the work to make it happen. You hear me? It's not gonna happen on its own. It's not gonna be a God that will just fall out of the sky and take all your problems. It don't work like that, because at the end of the day, they can't interact with free will. They can't intervene unless your life is in danger, or you have specifically asked for help and found it in here, found the courage in here to put things into motion. Okay? If none of that happened, nothing will happen. Okay? You have to take charge of your own life, your own situation. You have to say, hey, this is what I want, and this is what I'm gonna do to better it. Because first of all, if you ask me to take all of your problems, I'm gonna laugh in your face, because if you haven't showed me the initiative, if I can't see the will and the higher intent within you, I'm not gonna waste my time battling your problems for you. You know, I didn't have anybody to do that for me. Okay. As far as I know, there's everything that I obtained through my sheer will. My will to do what it took to obtain that. Okay. So, and it took courage. It didn't feel comfortable. Okay. Things got rocky, looked scary, shaky. Hell, those times I didn't know what. I didn't know if I was gonna see myself through it. But I stayed adamant. Look at me today. You know, a lot of us think that being spiritual is listening to 432 Hertz music and putting on a face that conveys I'm friendly. That's not what it takes. That's not being spiritual. That's just being fake. Being spiritual is knowing who you are truly, using all of your mind, and experiencing life to the fullest. Being true to yourself and true to others, and paving your own way. Okay? Being spiritual is not, faking everything is all good. Being spiritual is doing the internal work to make sure everything is all good. Being spiritual is not being a doormat and letting people walk over you. Being spiritual is staying true to yourself and saying, hey, I'm not a doormat. You're not gonna walk all over me. But I love you, and I'm gonna treat you like a human being just as much as you treat me like a human being. Okay? Loving yourself and your neighbor as they were your own flesh and blood. We got a lot to learn, and it's time to wake up. If you haven't noticed, times are changing, and it's only continuing to change. And if you're afraid of change, I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you. I'm not sorry. I'm apologetic. I'm not No. I'm not sorry. I'm not apologetic. But I do have sympathy for you. And I send you love and light. And I hope that you can find the courage to walk through your life with ease, purity, and love for yourself and everyone around you. I really do. Times are changing, and if you can't keep up, then you only have two options. I was trying to say it's fight or flight, but you only have two options: fight or flight. Okay, and in this sense that I'm speaking of, it's either make the internal change or deal with the repercussions and consequences of fighting against the current. And sometimes that can be very traumatic and can also lead to physical transformation. And if you're not physically ready if you're not ready to physically transform, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna leave this body, go to the fourth and fifth, sixth dimension, either go in purgatory, if you outgrow your spirit and you just don't wanna, leave this realm, you're gonna go into purgatory because your body can't come back to this. Your spirit can't come back to this body. It outgrew this body. But if you are not ready, you're just gonna have to go into that next life unprepared. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna leave this body, go into that next body, the next life, unprepared. And ain't no telling how much more of a docile state you will be in. So right now is the perfect opportunity to make the life that you want, to live how you want. So then, therefore, you can look back and say, that was cool. You'd gained so much knowledge to where you'd have made you a body that's way more precious than this body. That will take you even further and propel you even higher. This third dimensional body, this isn't the end. Life is ongoing, okay? You need to realize that first. And that's the problem with society. We've forgotten who we are and what we can do. And it's not all our fault. Not only did we forget, but from birth we was taught and consistently programmed to think otherwise. But the veil is lifting. Yeah. Changes are happening now. And if you're not training your mind, you're not going within, you're not opening yourself up to the universe, then you're doomed. You're doomed to repeat yourself over and over and over. This is the time to say, I'm tired of repeating myself. Let's do something new. I'm not happy in this current state, this current situation. Let's make something better. I'm not happy with these constructs. Let's hop in my own lane. You have to open your heart to open your mind. But the only way you can get there is by experiencing first that root chakra, being what you want to be. And then you start to feel how you want to feel, other than how society wants you to feel. Then you start showing what you want to show, other than what everybody else want to see. And then that heart space open up, and you start to express more love, more of your internal. And then once that happens, then You can speak it clearly. Then once that happens, you can see it clearly. And then you start to think purely and open up to your higher self, the highest form of you. And then when you do that, go even higher and open up to the universe. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. The internal work don't stop. It's not a point to where you get, okay, I know everything. No. Because there's always consistent change. There's always room for better. You can always feel better. That's why it's time to lift our vibrations. Okay? So we can start to see what's really out there for us, other than was portrayed that was out there for us. Okay? Get out of that fear-based mind. That's what you want to do first. Put away your fear, of being judged, ridiculed, stoned, Look, people gonna talk about you. My mama told me this. People gonna talk about you to the day you die. Until then, give them something to talk about. And if they ain't talking about you, guess what? You're not doing anything relevant. You're not doing anything. So, all this to say, trust yourself, know who you are. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Live your life how you want to live it. Express what you want to express. Don't let anybody enslave your mind. Okay? Don't let anybody bend your mind to their will. Because then, after you wake up, you save yourself a lot of tears. And those tears may just turn into happy tears over the time of doing the work. Hope that message got to you. I hope it touched you. And I hope you really start to go in and do the work. Because I am. Archangel Ramiel, 144,000. Out.